Hello students, in this today's class we are going to discuss how to derive an expression for length of belt in case of open belt drive. So in the previous session we discussed what is belt drive, what are the types of belt drive and why we need these belt drive in mechanical engineering applications. So in order to find out the expression for length of belt in case of open belt drive, first you need to draw an open belt drive diagram. So you can see here we have a larger pulley and a smaller pulley. Okay, so I will take R1 as the radius of larger pulley and R2 as the radius of smaller pulley. R2 as radius of smaller pulley as shown in figure, and I will take X as the distance. I will take X as the distance between, or I can say the center distance between two pulleys. So you can see in the diagram, so this X is nothing but the center distance between the two pulleys. Right, so here you can see R1 radius of larger pulley, R2 radius of smaller pulley, X is just nothing but center distance between two pulleys. Now I will take pi plus 2 alpha as the angle of wrap of the belt on the bigger pulley. So if you look at this bigger pulley, if I take only the half circle or half portion of the pulley, it is equal to 180 degree. You can see, so this is equal to 180 degree. 180 degree is nothing but pi. So when I say angle of wrap, it is nothing but the area of the surface of the belt which is covering the area of the pulley. So you can see from this point to this point, this entire surface of the pulley is wrapped by the belt. So we need to consider this angle. So that is why it is 180 plus this one is alpha. Similarly here also it is alpha. So that is why it is 2 alpha. So 180 plus 2 alpha, that is pi plus 2 alpha. So here you can see pi plus 2 alpha is angle, nothing but angle of wrap of belt on the bigger pulley. Similarly, on the smaller pulley, the angle of wrap is equal to pi minus 2 alpha. You can see the figure. So here you can see only first this is the angle which we need to take. So you can see from this point to this point it is 180, right? But here the belt is covering the area of the smaller pulley only from this point to this point. So that is why I will take this as pi and I will subtract this alpha and this alpha. So that is 2 alpha. So from the pi, so that we will get the angle of wrap on smaller pulley. You can see that is the pi minus 2 alpha is the angle of wrap of belt on smaller pulley, right? So now we need to find out length of belt. So when I say length of belt, you have to consider the total length required which is to be running on these two pulleys. So what I will do, I will consider this arc from this point to this point, this entire, so this is the amount of belt which is covering the surface of the pulley. So arc EJG, arc EJG. So this is the amount of belt we required first one portion plus. Now I need arc FKH, right? From this point to this point, this is arc FKH. Again I need plus the amount of the length of belt which is nothing but the center distance between the two pulleys. So here you can see this X from this portion to this portion, right? Or you can say EF. So here you can see, so length of belt is equal to arc EJG arc FKH plus we need the length of belt from this point, that is from point E to point F. This is one length, that is length EF plus I need length GH from this portion to this portion, right? So you can see the total length of belt is equal to arc EJG plus arc FKH plus length EF plus length GH. So length GH is here. So this is length GH. So if you look at the figure, this length GH and length EF are equal. So I will write like this: the length of belt is equal to arc EJG plus arc FKH plus I will write 2GH because I know EF is equal to GH, right? Now how to find out this arc EJG? You can see now we need to find out this arc EJG. What is this arc EJG? So in mathematics we know in order to find out an arc the formula is pi r, right? So here you can see arc EJG becomes the radius is r1 for larger pulley. So I will write r1 into pi. So here pi is not simply 180 degree, it is pi plus 2 alpha. That is I have written r1 into pi plus 2 alpha. Similarly for arc FKH it is r2 into pi minus 2 alpha. So the formula is pi r. So here for r we have written as r1 and r2. For pi it is pi plus 2 alpha for a bigger pulley, pi minus 2 alpha for smaller pulley, right? So now we know what is arc EJG and arc FKH. So we need to find out the length EF. So the only unknown for us is length EF. If you find EF, it is equal to GH. So EF we need to find out. So directly I cannot find out EF. So what you need to do, you need to draw a parallel line. You need to draw a parallel line from O2 till it intersect the line O1E. Line O1E at this point, which we consider it as point M, right? So we need to draw a parallel line from O2 till it intersect the line O1E at point M, right? So that is what here given. You can see to find out EF, draw a parallel line to EF from O2 till it intersect O1E at point M as shown in figure, right? So once you draw, now you can see this line EF is equal to line O2M. So if you find out O2M, it is equal to EF. Now how to find out O2M? So for that you need to consider the triangle. This triangle. This is a right angle triangle. Okay. So that is O1 O2M. So from this O1 O2M triangle we can write this hypotenuse O1 O2 square is equal to O1 O2 square is equal to O1 M square, which is opposite, O1 M square plus this adjacent. What is that? O2 M square. O2 M square. That is what I have written here. You can see from triangle O1 O2 M, O1 O2 square is equal to O1 M square plus O2 M square. But what I want, I need to find out this O2 M, right? So I will write like this: O2 M square is equal to O1 O2 square minus minus O1 M square. So what I want? I want O2 M, which is equal to the length EF, which is equal to length GH. So I can write, you can see what is O1 O2 here. If you look at the figure, this O1 and O2. So what is the center distance between these two? It is nothing but x. So I have written it as x square minus, what is O1M? O1M is nothing but, so we know this O1E is nothing but radius, right? So this O1E is nothing but radius, that is R1. So I need what? O1M. But if you look at this smaller pulley, this O2F is nothing but what? O2F is nothing but R2. So what I want? I need O1M. Here O2F is equal to this m e. So if you want this O1 m, it is equal to R1 minus R2. So here what same thing I have written. You can see x2 minus R1 minus R2, which is O1 m. I have written that square. Now this square root I have shifted to RHS. That is I have written it as 1 by raised to 1 by 2. So now upon simplification, you can get O2m as x into 1 minus R1 minus R2 by x whole square whole raised to 1 by 2. This simplification you just go through it. If you don't understand, you can ask me, right? So simple mathematics. So once you have got O2m, which is equal to the length EF, which is equal to length GH. Now expanding this above equation as per binomial theorem and neglecting the higher order terms, we will get O2m as x into 1 minus 1 by 2 R1 minus R2 by x whole square. So no need to show the expansion in detail by binomial theorem. Directly you can write this relation. This relation you can remember. So once you get this relation, upon simplification, you will get O2m as x minus 1 by 2x R1 minus R2 whole square. Right? Now we have got length O2m, which is equal to EF, which is equal to GH. Now we need to find out alpha. So again, if you look at the diagram, again you consider this triangle O1, O2, m. So it is a right angle triangle, as I said. If this angle is alpha, the opposite angle is also alpha. Again mathematics, I will not go in detail, right? So if you look at this triangle, if you want to find out sin alpha, it is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse, right? So what is opposite? 1 m. What is hypotenuse? O1, O2. What is this O1 m? It is nothing but R1 minus R2. What is this O1, O2? It is x. The same thing I have written. You can see sin alpha is equal to O1m by O1, O2. O1m is R1 minus R2. O1, O2 is x. But in this case, the angle alpha is very, very small. So since the alpha is small, I will consider sin alpha as alpha, right? So I can write the above equation as alpha is equal to R1 minus R2 by x. Now I will go to equation 1. Where is our equation 1? Here it is. So this is our equation 1, right? Now we have to substitute this GH, which is equal to EF, which is equal to O2 m. Okay, so here you can see length of belt becomes, so what is arc EJG? R1 pi plus 2 alpha, FKH R2 pi minus 2 alpha, then this is EJG, this is FKH arc, right? Now plus 2 into what is this length GH, I have substituted GH plus EF. So I have written it as 2 into x minus 1 by 2 R1 minus R2 whole square, which you have got before. Now I have to simplify. What I will do, I will multiply R1 to this pi and 2 alpha. So I will get this. Similarly, I will multiply these two things. I will get this. Here again I will do the multiplication. I will get this. Now you can see from these two terms, what is the common parameter? Pi. Pi I have taken common. So we are left with R1 plus R2. Similarly, if you look at these two, that is 2 R1 alpha, 2 R2 alpha. What is common? 2 alpha. I have taken 2 alpha common. So I will get R1 minus R2 remaining plus 2x. I will write as it is. R1 minus R2 by x. R1 minus R2 whole square by x as it is. I will write. Now I will write this R pi into R1 plus R2 as it is. Now if you look at here, we have alpha, right? So this alpha we have already found, this alpha, right? What is that alpha? By R1 minus R2 by x. That I will replace here. R1 minus R2 by x. I have substituted for alpha, R1 minus R2 as it is, and remaining things. Now if you look at the above equation, so pi into R1 minus R1 plus R2 I will write as it is. So if you look at this term and this term, they are similar. Here again it is r1 minus r2 whole square by x. Here also it is r1 minus r2 whole square by x. This is 2 into r1 minus r2 whole square by x. This is only r1 minus r2 whole square by x. So if I subtract, I will be left with only r1 minus r2 by x. 2x I will write as it is. Right. Now you can see I will write pi r1 plus r2. 2x I will write next r1 minus r2 by r1 minus r2 whole square by 2. So this is the expression for the length of belt in case of open belt drive. Very simple mathematics. The figure is very important. So similarly for cross belt drive also you can find out the length of belt required. So obviously for cross belt drive the length of belt will be greater than the length of belt in case of open belt drive. Okay, so and the expression will be like this: L is equal to pi into r1 plus r2 similar to the open belt drive plus 2x similar. The only change is instead of r1 minus r2 you will get r1 plus r2 whole square by 2. So you go through the expression for length of belt in case of cross belt drive. Very simple, it is given in the textbook. Okay, and try to find out this expression. So in the next session we will discuss ratio of belt tensions.